morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm scrapping a cheese grater. They call it a cheese grater. It's an old Apple Power Mac. I don't know what model it is. I will tell you, I hate scrapping anything Apple. You need every screwdriver known to God and man. But this is an aluminum case, which is the only reason I'm going to fight with it. Back in the day when Steve Jobs was still at the helm, Apple was very cognizant of the environment. The desktops, these kind of things, they were all made with aluminum so they could be recycled. As a result, you get a beastly heavy machine. The board itself is nothing really to write home about. This one I'm not going to take a chance on reselling. It's pretty dusty, and I could smell burn when I took this apart. So something burned inside of this computer. I'm going to just scrap it. This is a computer I have to work on, put aside, work on, put aside. Number one, my arm is killing me. And number two, it's just so fiddly that it takes forever to get it apart. I've got the board loose. I've got everything unscrewed that I can see to unscrew. And I still can't get the board free. There's something caught right in through here. There's a panel here. And I think if I unscrew this panel, I'll probably find another screw underneath here. And that's probably what's hanging the board up. And I'm not in the mood to deal with it right now. I'm retired. I can do what I want. I wanted to show you the, like I said, the board itself, no great shakes, just a multi-socket server board. I'll get a Wi-Fi. Hey, it wants to come out. I don't know how many of these I've just scrapped as is, but I've got to get the power supply out. I got the fans out. There were fans over here, there were fans over here, and there were actually fans over here. So this thing is very, very dusty and very dirty. I just wanted to show you what actually came out of it. This was a pain in the ass to get at too, because of where the screws were. But I did get two nice copper aluminum heat sinks. I am advising you to get any copper you can. This is cast aluminum right here. So I think you could get this bottom, just knock the heck out of it like I did this one. You could knock this piece off. You could get yourself a nice couple chunks of copper out of there, and then just throw the rest in with copper aluminum heat sinks. That's what's going to grate at us anyway. So if you nip yourself off some copper, definitely want to do that. They don't pay as well for the copper aluminum heat sinks. As they do for the clean aluminum. So I wanted to show you some of what we actually got out of this machine. Over here, to the left, was a plastic box. And out of that plastic box, we got RAM. We got two backplane boards like this. This is a case where I don't know if I would sell these as gold finger cards. Reason being, there's not really super good gold recovery here. And I think I'm just going to sell it straight out as a backplane board. I don't think the gold recovery is great. This is a case where I would actually consider keeping those gold fingers and just throwing this in with backplane boards. I don't know. I haven't decided. I've actually given some consideration to seeing if there's any need for this part. These were okay. These were not in bad shape. A little dusty, but I am going to see if somebody might want to purchase those for replacement parts before I go ahead and scrap them. I always do that, by the way, to all the naysayers out there. And what we got was shielded RAM. This is super easy to get the casing off of. You have to heat it up a little bit You know, you can do the toaster oven thing. You can heat it with a hair dryer. You know, whatever you want. And then you'll be able to pop the heat shield right off. Be careful, they get hot. And you're left with that. So these are definitely worth stripping out and getting. I think it's $19 a pound for shielded RAM, as opposed to $45 for RAM like this. So we got that. We also got this guy. I don't think there's any resale to it. I'm going to look it up, but I don't think there's any resale. I really don't. So this was a gaming computer, which is why it probably got roasted. It just had Xeon CPUs. Had a pretty decent gaming card in it. And again, this I'm going to try to. I got to reverse image it. Had a good, you know, graphics card, and so I gotta look that one up. I gotta look this one up, and I gotta look that up. So we got that. So the machine yielded some nice goodies in spite of it aggravating the heck out of me. But I've got to get. Oh, this thing's so freaking heavy. I've got to get this, whatever this is, off over here, and I think once I get that off, there's probably one more screw down in the corner that's hanging up the whole board, and then I'll be able to scrap the case. I have to try and do a non-ferrous run this week. I hate going to the scrapyard so much. I really hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. And the problem is I need the money. But I don't have my truck back yet. Big Red is fixed, but they have to, it has to get dried out for a week. I guess it's been on an alcoholic bender. It has to get dried out for a week, huh? Ha ha ha. Thank you, I'll be here all week. So, this is commonly called the cheese grater because it's all screened on this side. They call it cheese grater. So that's what's in the cheese grater. Not bad. Not bad. Just, again, you know, I've got to try to do a little more work down here in this corner. And, yeah, I'm just not in the mood to fight with her right now. I have too much other stuff to do. So, yeah. That's what's in the cheese grater. I was going to go live, but, you know, I slept too long and the airwaves are busy. So, you'll see me do a lot more of these kind of videos. You know, when the space is open, I'll jump on, and in the meantime, I'll keep content coming this way. That's an okay thing to do. Have a great day, everybody. It's a beautiful day out. Bye-bye.